That's not the way you normally see Joan and Louie, I tell you. Sammy Collins from 2 Triple J.
Very good, Don.
Now, you started with them when they were Double J. How did you first get onto radio?
I was working in a record company as I was a young girl, and I just applied.
Still are.
Yeah, oh, well, so they say. Timing, right place, right time. 1975, could start right then, and musical background, basically.
Well, it's
So
always
away.
that way in showbiz, isn't it? Right place, right time.
Absolutely.
Now, you didn't go straight on air, did you?
No. Oh, no.
So explain what you were doing for quite some time.
Well, firstly I started programming
Yeah.
music, and then working with various announcers, all the old and goldens.
Yeah.
Ivan Walker, Chris Winter, Georgie Wayne, Matt Cocker, not to name drop, but...
Groover Wayne.
Yes, Groover.
Old and
Oh
golden.
dear, he'll never live that down.
No.
And then moved into more serious technical work. And it wasn't until about 1980 I was lured onto the radio, and then I did about 18 months of that.
Now, you're also working with that concert thing where you did the concerts. What was it called? Tuesday Night Live?
Well, aside from the Tuesday nights, we were doing concerts from about the first 6 months of Double J's inception. And Ron Moss, who was one of the coordinators, then left, and nobody else seemed to be able to take it upon themselves or wanted to.
Right.
So then we began on that Tuesday night series of the ABC studio concerts, as well as all the outdoor ones, and yes, I booked those.
Name some of those people that came in and actually did those concerts. Did INXS come in?
They have done some.
But you know each other, don't you? That's why I didn't do the introduction.
Pleased to meet you.
For the 19th time.
Yes.
Name some of them, both.
Gee, Midnight Oil,
Yeah.
in their very early days, the Bruce Landers, who are now the Reels,
Right.
lots of old names, 4-Day Riders. Oh, gee, I should have done my research.
Is there one that stands out in your mind as being the concert that you actually put down and went to air with?
Oh, Donnie, there are several millions. We did a very good New Year's Eve concert in about 1977 with Split Ends,
Right.
Midnight Oil, The Angels. It was a fairly hefty lineup. And there have been so many,
Now, you went on to air, but you're all right. You went on to the air and lasted for X amount of months and then got back off it again. Didn't you like it?
Yes, I did like it, but I think you have to be a fairly strong sort of personality, and I was one of the babies, and I decided that it was just a good time for revision, and that I wanted to do more behind-the-scenes work, really.
Yeah.
My personality is more suited towards that sort of thing.
Now, 2 Double and now Triple J has always been a station that got behind local product, and they play, you know, people that haven't got singles out as long as they've got a tape and that sort of thing. How would someone at home, if they've got a good band and a good tape of their group, get to talk to you and maybe get their tape a little bit of airing on the station?
Well, for many years we've been talking about playing demos, and we never had any cassette facilities at the radio station, and now we have a demo tape program on Sunday nights that runs for half an hour, and it deals with about 7 or 8 new, unknown, unrecorded bands, and that's how it's done now. It has a forum, it has a...
Well, who
an
do they
outlet.
contact?
Virginia, Moncrief or Peter Doyle.
Right.
And they work at the radio station. They've been there for a little while, or anyone.
At the station would be able to show them through. Now, who then, you must, if you've got a show like that going, you must get hundreds of tapes a week. Well, dozens.
Yes.
How do you go about selecting which ones you'll give airing to? Who's in charge of that?
We're not very discriminatory. They're usually all really good,
Yeah.
if not good, and they practically all get, bar a few cook ones, they all
It's
get
got to
an
be the
airing.
odd day.
They all get an airing.
Right.
They're all played.
So if you're sitting at home and you have a band and you've got a nice tape, get onto it.
Send it on
Triple
in.
J.
Yeah.
The Triple J is FM in Sydney, but it's AM in other places. Tell us about that.
Canberra and Newcastle, we've been simulcasting, I've got it on the brain now. We've been going to for about the last 2 years, and we've just recently started to broadcast after midnight to Wollongong.
Right, so is this the only FM channel in the country that does that?
I believe so, yes.
Sends out AM as well?
That's right.
Do you think that there'll come a day when the stations will all be AM FM or FM AM?
Well, there are some sort of broadcasting laws that don't allow FM stations to be AM, although we were the only radio station that simulcasted AM and FM at the same time in the latter part of 1980. But I hope so. I really would hate to see the disappearance of AM radio.
The double up would cater for everyone and would be great.
When we were AM, we went because of the way radio waves are, we reached Melbourne, Perth, Adelaide, as far across to New Zealand and northern Queensland.
Right.
When we became FM, your range is limited.
Okay, now let's talk about Sydney's ratings. How do the ratings now compare when you're FM with what you were getting as an AM station in Sydney?
Well, they're lower proportionately.
Are they?
Because,
I thought they might have gone up a little.
Well, because you're dealing with a smaller share of the market.
Yeah.
And we are lower now than we were, but proportionately we're probably quite equal to the way we were.
And you've changed your format a little, haven't you? There's more top 40 sneaking in there.
It's really difficult to try and balance the inconsistency with the consistency.
Right.
And we had a lot of problems with alienation as far as the music we were playing was concerned, and there was a great demand for us to move further into more commercial music that was more accessible. There's no reason, just because we're a non-commercial radio station, that we should strictly deny access to those kinds of music.
Sure.
Because a lot of them are quite quality.
Also might help in the ratings. How many people work at Triple J these days?
Roughly about 30. That includes a news team and producers and announcers and freelancers.
So would that make it the smallest
operation
of any radio station?
I'm really not sure about the others, but I think so, yes.
And would that then make you, as an ABC station, you're running at lower costs and actually covering your costs? Would that make, lost the word?
We scrape it in.
More efficient. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah?
We are, blow trumpet, blow trumpet.
Yeah, that's all right.
The most cost-effective department of the ABC. Which, well, yeah.
Which is good, isn't it?
Think about it for a moment.
Yeah, true. Sorry.
That's quite all right, the ABC. But, yes, and we have had a budget under threat ever since we were set up under the Labor government, and 6 months into 1975 we came under government pressure, and we've had our budget every year decreased. And we just had another 20,000 taken off.
Does that mean that you guys just have to work a little harder than anyone else in other radio stations? All right, let's play one of the songs that obviously your station has given plenty of airing to. Sacred Cowboys. Nothing grows in Texas
Yahoo!
unless it's working to the budget.